Yet again, another recast has hit Game of Thrones, and this time, it's the actor who played Dickon in Season 6. This confirmation by the actor gave me the idea to make a video looking back at all the recasts that kept happening over the years. Recasts suck because they really take me out of the show, but the show has to cast so many smaller characters who end up getting other jobs or just ended up picking the wrong person for the job. For Dickon, it was the former. Freddie Stroma, who played Samuel's younger brother in Season 6, when Sam went back home to his family, was busy working on a new show called Time After Time. I guess scheduling was an issue, so Tom Harper was brought in to replace him. Dickon is a very minor character who you won't see very much in Season 7, but there has been much larger recasts in the past for other characters. The funniest one for me is Tommen Lannister. Not only was Tommen played by a different child actor in the first 2 seasons, but the actor who replaced him already had a role in the show previously. In Season 3, Dean Charles Chapman played Martin Lannister, a young Lannister prisoner of Robb Stark's war. Him and his brother were killed off by Rickard Stark in the same season. It took me rewatching the show to realize in Season 4, Tommen Lannister was now being played by Dean Charles Chapman. Speaking of Rickard Stark, he was also played by 2 different actors. In Season 1, he's played by Stephen Blount, but I don't remember him having any lines. In Season 2 and 3, John Stahl took over the role. It seems like they look for more skilled actors when the characters get larger speaking roles. Even Tommen's older sister Myrcella got recast when her character returned in Dorne for Season 5. In Season 1 and 2, she was played by Amy Richardson until the character sailed off into the sunset. Some of these recasts are almost impossible to notice because they originally had no speaking roles. It's crazy to believe Selyse Baratheon was played by a different actress when she first appeared in Season 2. The same is done for Beric Dondarrion in Season 1. Before he formed the Brotherhood Without Banners, Beric was played by David Michael Scott when Ned Stark ordered him to arrest the Mountain. And one of the more obvious recasts just happens to be the Mountain, also known as Gregor Clegane. He was played by 3 different actors. I don't think I've ever seen that in a series. I have no idea what they were thinking choosing Ian White to play him in Season 2. I get that he's 7 feet tall, but the first and third actor were more in line with the Mountain's character. Interesting thing about Ian White is he's a pro stuntman, so he's had a few other roles in Game of Thrones. He's played White Walkers in the first couple seasons and Giants later on in the show. Remember 1-1? That was Ian White. The rest of the recasts in this video are just as obvious as the Mountains. The Night King has had some small alterations over the years. He's been played by 2 different actors, but when he first appeared in Season 4, I think some CG was added on his face, so it made it look like a different guy behind all those effects. But Richard Brake played him in Season 4, and when more practical effects were used in Season 5. A couple more drastic changes happened to the Three-Eyed Raven and his friend Leaf, the only one of the Children of the Forest who could speak the common tongue. They really went all out when they did a recast for her. Leaf's new look was amazing. I can't even imagine how much time went into doing that. And finally, my favorite recast, Daario Naharis. I remember being so confused when everyone hated the first Daario, played by Ed Skrein. I hadn't read the books by this point, so I had no idea how Daario was supposed to look. I'll just say this, he dressed and looked flamboyant in the books. Kind of like a colorful pirate with his beard and hair dyed blue, while his mustache dyed gold to match his golden tooth. He's supposed to be this wild, unpredictable sellsword, but instead they went with the Prince Charming kind of look. I don't think they recast him because they wanted a different actor. However, I think it had to do with Ed Skrein starring in some movie if I'm remembering correctly. New Daario had a beard, so I guess that was a step in the right direction. And those are the recasts I thought were interesting enough to bring up. Pretty sure there are other smaller characters, but they're way too irrelevant. Wouldn't want to bore you guys. Hope this video was enjoyable, and you can click or tap the link on your screen that should be there right about now to watch my video I made about an interesting character that'll never be on the show. I also finally got my Twitter up and running, so you can follow at whycreator on there if you like. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.